chat that we do have the adversary under the Rabble Rousing, which is going to Mondrak, doubling the tokens up to 68, and then we get to do this, and I think I do want to pay for this adversary's abilities. Hi, I'm Symphoneers, and today I'm coming to you live, after live, post. The recording things is weird. Live from early access, with a tokens list built around just making absolutely as many tokens as possible with Skrelv's Hive on 2. Ooh, thank you for the bits, Commander's Coliseum. Skrelv's Hive on 2 to spit out a ton of mite tokens, as well as Wedding Announcement, of course, for just more humans and stuff, and eventually the Anthem that we get from it flipping, as well as a little bit of card advantage here or there, and Rabble Rousing, just to, you know, absolutely snowball and make exponential tokens. Really, we're aiming to just beat them to death with as many 1/1s as possible. To support this game plan, we have 3 Mondrak Glory Dominus. This will double all our token production, as well as Adeline to spit out a couple of humans alongside all that stuff, Restoration of Iganjo to help ensure that we curve up to our higher cost stuff, and the Architect of Restoration itself is also a pretty good token producer once it gets swinging. Aside from all that stuff, two Crawling Choruses in the 1-drop slot just for something to do on 1, really. Nice kind of thing that also spits out a token, some mites, Skrelv to help protect key pieces, offer a little bit of durability for like Adeline, Mondrak, etc. And we do of course have a removal suite in 4 laydown arms. We're a mono white list of course, so this is just a really nice efficient removal option for us. And 2 Wandering Emperors. We can also use the Into the Trenches removal mode, although I'm not really expecting that to come up today. Rounding all that out, or the one thing I didn't talk about, was the 4 of Intrepid Adversary. This is just that if we, generate a pretty good pile of tokens, we can ideally dump a bunch of mana into the adversary's pump, and convert them all into 4/4s or whatever, and beat people to death with, you know, huge mites. Nothing too wild in the mana base. We have some Murexes, which can just spit out some more mites for us if stuff gets removed or whatever. 1 Mishra's Foundry for a little bit of ability to fight through Wraths, standard Iganjo, 1 Seed Core which can pump up our mite tokens and human tokens and stuff. And that is about the list. Let's get into things. Nothing on 1 or 3, which is a little bit awkward, but I feel like Skrelv's Hive is really what we're focused on, or like one of the primary cards our deck wants to land early, so I'll roll with it. Being a little bit land heavy also doesn't hurt here. Helps ensure that we curve up to the Emperor and the Rabble Rousing and such. Yeah, Bearded Husky doing ooh, Malira the Living Cure. 1 poison counter, so we can still poison them a little bit. Hive saying unban meat hook. Let the mites live, I say. Let them live. So they're ramping out. I'm wondering, do we want Hold Up Emperor or just get Mondrak down? Maybe Mondrak. Mondrak is nice and proactive. Yeah, we won't just eat the mite into Gwenna. Not when we have a Rabble Rousing incoming. Junji. Oh, who's a big boy? Oh, hey Junji. Junji maybe going to make the Emperor do some work. Ooh, I think we can take 5 from Junji. Skrelv's Hive ticking away. Yeah, I think we have enough wiggle room to make the Rabble Rousing something I want to do this turn, especially with Mondrak down, or like surviving the turn cycle. Rabble Rousing into Rabble Rousing. There's actually reasons to take the laydown arms and stuff, especially when they have a, Junji and, like, good creatures on the field. But it's early access. Greed. Just try to do as much clowny token nonsense as we can. So yeah, we're definitely expecting to take a hit from Junji. Rabble Rousing is actually kind of nice with the mites, too. Or, like, the human tokens can block, the mites can't, so we went from not really being able to play defense to being able to stall them out fairly effectively. So actually feeling fairly good about our board state, our position. Junji, of course, going to dome us for 5 here. Ratadrabic. Okay, so like Abzan Legends, I assume they have some sacrifice stuff somewhere in their deck to kind of get some more value going. We do go down to 8 off of... I think we hold back Mondrak. I don't really want to pay for the ability unless we have to. Attack with 6, Rabble Rousing, and Mondrak fires. So we get 12 human tokens, which is pretty good. Other Rabble Rousing rouses some Rabble for us. Intrepid Adversaries, a neat one. And yeah, we don't actually do that much damage to them this turn. So hopefully with flashing the Wandering Emperor in to deal with the Junji, we'll be able to kind of do a big kind of actually winning attack next turn. Rouse even more Rabble. Drivnod. Okay. Yeah, Drivnod, of course, doubles up the death triggers, which Ratadrabic does have. Junji also death triggers. Luckily for us, Wandering Emperor exiles and is very good. Also luckily for us, we did hit our land drop, so we can play the Emperor through the Thali attacks. Which is fairly important, because I'm not sure exactly... They're just attacking with the Junji. Great. That means we get to Wandering Emperor. Melira doesn't protect from exile, unfortunately. They were having it, and I was just like, did I read that card?
I hope you're ready.
There's some interesting protection effects in this set, Skrelv, of course, being one of them. Skrelv would be able to protect Junji. Melira, unfortunately, no. Yeah, because exile, of course, does not put Junji into the graveyard.
This is what you get for hurting
Skrelv's Hive fires. I can definitely see, dying to your own Skrelv's Hive life drain.
Strike fast and strike hard.
How do we want to do this? Does it matter? I should probably just attack. Actually, yes. Caiaphas noting in the chat that we do have the adversary under the Rabble Rousing, which is going to Mondrak, doubling the tokens up to 68, and then we get to do this, and I think I do want to pay for this adversary's abilities. The wording on the adversary is doing a lot of work for us here, letting us pay the mana despite, you know, not having cast it or anything. Or technically these do cast. Or no, they play. Hideaways play. But yeah, anyway, the wording works in our favor there. We are still connecting with 11 3/3s. Oh, do I have people default muted? I should undo that for the thing, for the event. Anyway, yeah, that is 33 damage. We're still connecting 4. Oh, do they have a Ratadrabic line? I don't sacrifice Melira. They make some cards with Ratadrabic. Elisil Core's death triggers fire twice because of Drivnod. I think... Oh, wait, do we have it? How does the stack work? Yeah, okay. They actually have a ton of triggers that would happen there, but because we do really take them down to -12, we're good. Ooh, neat game. I liked the opponent's deck quite a bit. Good games. This is not a deeply exciting opening hand, but we do have like a bit of removal and Mondrak. So if we just draw into like 1 or 2 token generators, then I'm a little bit more excited about getting stuff down early. It's fine. Or like, I don't think I'm gonna mull away a reasonable start. It'll be interesting to see blah blah test saying this is future T1 for sure, or tier 1. Ooh, Skrelv's Hive is a good one for us. It'll be interesting to see how this list pans out. I'm really not sure if I'm expecting, expecting this to be a serious strategy or not. It seems very fun, which is why I'm playing it. Although it might have enough like teeth to get there. We have nothing to do on 3. So just play out the crawling course, or like no big plays, so just get all that stuff happening. And yeah, thank you, Commander Coliseum. More lay down arms from the opponent. Our Hive is ticking, we have the Rabble Rousing, okay. So, get in with the token. Mondrak? Does Mondrak get to survive the turn cycle? They've had some exile, so... Rabble Rousing. Ooh. I see our opponent is also a human token of culture. Yeah, that stuff's ticking away. Rabble Rousing. Do Rabble Rousing into Rabble Rousing. You love to see it. Yeah, this does appear to be some sort of odd mirror match. We luckily seem to be having a slightly smoother curve out, so... I'm feeling pretty good. Ooh, it does look like we got that. Oh, we're just drawing beautifully after that. Like, I was nervous about the opener. But yeah, we just get to do this. Make a token to assert dominance.
But I'm going.
And hit them for a bunch. That was just a very clean, smooth, 44 tokens. Sorry, I just noticed the pile. I think I like this hand. 2 lands is a little bit concerning. We're probably going to stumble on mana before we hit, like, Emperor Rabble Rousing mana. But if we can get cleanly up to Adeline, or, like, just draw a 3rd land for Adeline, then I think I like this hand quite a bit. I think we want to get Skrelv's Hive onto... Kaivass, redeeming, put on sunglasses. Blah blah test in the chat, doubting my 2-land keep. It'll be fine, it'll be fine. Half of Magic is just asserting dominance and demanding that the deck give you what you need. That's how chance works, right? Just, oh god, What, the secret? That took me way too long to pull. Just the secret will your draws into existence. Draw Nishoba. Ooh. Interesting. See? That gives us... I think I'm going to do the restoration here, too. I guess we could get Adeline down. The restoration is fairly slow and helps ensure that we curve out smoothly, which... yeah, I think is enough reason to, play it there. Sorry, me just enjoying my chat and not thinking about the game. They bushwhack for a swamp, so the Nishoba Brawler is up to a 3/3 trample. We can toss the adversary down with the 2nd step of the restoration, and I don't think I want to pay for its ability here. Do we want to Mondrak? We could hold up Emperor to deal with the Brawler. I think I want to Mondrak. We've been very lucky with the drawing our Mondraks, which is nice. We finally get a poison counter on the opponent. Zeator's Proving Ground and a Fable. Yeah, so definitely a kind of like interesting domain deck that they've got cooking. Our restoration flips. We can... I might want to do Adeline here actually, because Adeline will let us flip Mondrak, or hold up mana to pay for Mondrak's ability if we want to. And also, of course, generates some human tokens for Mondrak to get copied. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of curves that this deck can do that we are a fan of. I've been surprised in general, like how consistently we are getting pretty big, pretty tokeny boards, like pretty quickly. The deck seems more reliable than I expected, although I suppose that that's pretty reasonable, or like with the amount of redundancy we have on really good token generators like Skrelv's Hive and Rabble Rousing. We can do the thing most games. It seems like the opponent drops 2 Fables into the bin. What you got for me? What you got? Opponent at 14, we've got a pretty good board. I'm a little bit concerned that they might have some like backup Wrath or something, or they could always be playing white for domain. Windgrace. So proper lands deck. What? Are there good lands cards in 1? Or in Phyrexia? The opponent using Windgrace to get their Evolving Wilds back to the field. My turn. Skrelv's Hive ticks. We can do Mondrak stuff, or like flash in the Wandering Emperor. Let's swing in with the teams. I think I'm still going to hold Mondrak back. Oh, Audio Evil noting that we are getting the Crucible tree that I'm totally blanking on the name of, but yes, there is a good lands card in the upcoming set. So that's maybe what the kind of direction they're leaning in. I think I would like to flash in the Wandering Emperor here to give Adeline first strike to just slam the Soul of Windgrace, 6 feet under, unless they block something else. Yeah, blah blah test noting that we do double up on Emperor Samurais, which definitely part of why I was like, oh, I do put the Emperor in like every white deck I build because she's just very good, but also does have some actual synergy with this list. Our opponent considering their blocks, and yeah, we will kind of punish the Windgrace block. Put the counter on Adeline. This does expose Mondrak to removal, which is a little bit awkward, or I'm just like, please no board wipe, please no board wipe. The opponent goes down to 4, and sacks the Terramorphic Expanse to dig up an island. Nishoba Brawler getting big. Reflection of Kiki G flips. How bad is a board wipe for us? We do have another Mondrak in hand and a Rabble Rousing. And our Wandering Emperor would survive. Skrelv's Hive too? Yeah, I think we're pretty good actually. Yeah, blah blah test just saying. I wouldn't expect them to play board wipes either, but fair. Oh, yeah, this list is doing some work. Woo! You love to see it. Ooh, I like this hand. Or just like smooth 1, 2, 3 drop. Maybe play out the adversary on 4 and get the anthem thing happening. Caiaphas asking about a Rot Priest meme deck. I did steal, I might be playing Yeoman 5's build of Simic Rot Priest today. So, I do have a Rot Priest meme deck on tap, saved up for early access. Restoration of Aganjo next turn. Naya from the opponent. So, yep. Ooh, Mondrak. We're drawing the perfect amount of Mondrak we've been drawing the perfect amount of Mondrak in these games. It's very nice. Crawling Chorus swinging in against the opponent. Maybe they're playing Flash stuff. I could see March of Otherworldly Light. Okay. I was expecting maybe, what's it? The soldiers? Resolute Reinforcements? Oh, sure thing, no problem, Kaifass. Appreciate you stopping by the stream. And blah blah test asking, we are running no, I almost said the exact wrong thing. We're running 3 Mondraks. And 3 Mondraks has felt very solid. We'll yeet Mite into their wedding announcement tokens. And are we doing Trenches or Adversary next turn? Maybe Trenches, just because we can. Oh no! Mondrak! My beautiful boy! Gets the double abrade out of them. Oh, and Commander's Coliseum cheering for 200 bits. Thank you so much, Commander's Coliseum. Always appreciate the support. We did get another land for an adversary here. We're just short of being able to play out in the trenches and spit out a mite. I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to greed and to hold on to the adversary just because, or like slow roll it a little, just because if we don't draw anything good next turn, we'll be able to use it to pump the entire team for 2, which seems good. Oh, and yes, Commander's Coliseum, the bits do go to the streamer. I think they're the thing with the best revenue share for the streamer on Twitch. I don't want to say an exact number because I'll probably get it wrong. But yeah, they're a good way to directly support. I have some of my my usual stream stuff turned off for today just because I will be cooking a bunch of this down into YouTube videos. But it's maybe worth saying that yeah, I stream on Twitch. Follow me and stuff, links in the description. Nissa hitting in the trenches. Oh, Ascended Animist, interesting. We do in fact draw absolutely nothing, so the Intrepid Adversary play going to do some good work for us here. So I would like to kill Nissa, I think. Little bit slow rolly, or it feels bad not to just send all this face, but I don't really want them spitting out a decent creature each turn, and being able to disenchant Skrelv's Hive and stuff is not good for us. Oh, I haven't had gelato in so long. I really like gelato. Blah blah test has some gelato. I'm trying to be good about reading out stream chat stuff, just because yeah, have my overlay turned off for now. Ooh, oh, I wish it were me. Mondrak. Oh, well, wish granted. Fair, yep. My Mondrak is a 6/6, theirs is a 5/5, but the Mondrak shame kind of sets in, and I know that's an issue a lot of people deal with. It's not the size of the Mondrak, it's how you use it. Anyway, good games to our opponent. So that deck seems very good, honestly, or this list. Yeah, the mites list is doing work. I'm surprised, or we didn't see Skrelv at all. Maybe we should up the count of Skrelv, or there's some tuning you could do, probably? But just overall has felt very good. Which is fun. I genuinely was not expecting that list to, steamroll people. Not to be mean or whatever to anyone in the event. We're just doing good. Thank you for watching the video, and an extra big thank you to the Patreon patrons and YouTube members that help make these videos possible. Hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.